You've been accepted into a top MBA program. Well done. But now what? Classes will start soon and you're probably very excited and maybe a little nervous. The time between your acceptance and your first class is more valuable than you think. Let's talk about how to take full advantage of this window and make sure you're fully ready for your MBA. I'm Dr. Oksana Gerwe, Business School Insider and MBA Director at UCL, one of the top 10 universities in the world. My MBA students will soon begin their program at UCL Global Business School for Health, the first business school of its kind in the world. I've helped hundreds of professionals prepare for and succeed in their MBA journey. This is the advice I give my own students, and I believe it can help you too. Today, I'll show you exactly how to prepare for your MBA like a pro, so you start strong, stand out, and make the most of your investment. Let's start with the most important preparation of all, your mindset. Start with the growth mindset. Surprisingly, for some students, this is the hardest transition they have to make when starting business school. You often hear, an MBA isn't just a degree, it's a transformation. But for that transformation to actually happen, your mind has to be open to change, to learning. I know you are already an expert in your field. That's why you've been accepted into the top MBA program. You've started to build your career, you've worked for several years, you've delivered results. Maybe you lead a team, manage budgets, or run your own business. You know your industry. You've earned that confidence. But now, stepping into an MBA classroom, you have to consciously set aside that identity of an expert. You need to say, I am a student again. Not just in name, but in mindset. To really grow here, you have to be ready and willing to admit, I don't know this. I need to learn that. That simple shift opens the door to everything that follows. The willingness to ask questions, the courage to be challenged, the openness to try new things, new approaches, even when they don't align with how you've always thought. And that's not easy, especially when you're used to being the person in the room with all the answers. But the MBA experience rewards those who are open, curious, willing to sit in discomfort and rethink what they thought they knew. So as you prepare, make this mental shift from an expert to a learner. Not permanently, not forever, but for this journey, for the MBA journey, so you can absorb more, grow faster, and come out not just with a degree, but as a stronger, more adaptable leader, ready for the next level. So once you've made that mindset shift from an expert to a learner, the next step is to identify your personal growth zone. You need to get really honest with yourself. Where is your biggest opportunity to grow? Some areas will move the needle for you far more than others. At any given point in your career, there are one or two areas of development that, if you improve them, they will make the biggest difference. Whether that's landing your next role, getting promoted, increasing your visibility, or building confidence as a leader. And here's the key. They are different for everyone. For some people, it could be Excel or finance, skills that they've been avoiding for years. For others, it's speaking up in meetings, building executive presence, sales, anything that will take you from where you are to where you want to go in the most effective way. Whatever it is, the clues are in your discomfort. Ask yourself, what do I usually avoid? What am I secretly insecure about? What do I wish I were better at, but feel fear around? That fear and that inner voice, that's your guide. But that's not all. These skills must also be directly relevant to your next career move or professional goal. You're not just working on what feels hard. There are lots of things that are hard for some of us. You need to work on what will actually shift your trajectory. So be strategic. Choose growth areas that align with where you want to go. not just where you are uncomfortable today. The time before your MBA begins is one of the best opportunities for honest self-reflection. Use it to identify 2 or 3 areas that will make the biggest difference to your growth. Write them down. These shouldn't just be general skills that you'd like to improve. They should be the ones that you feel stress or discomfort around, but you also think, I wish I were better at this. That combination of fear and desire is incredibly powerful. Put your list somewhere visible, your notebook, your phone background, your mirror. Keeping your growth goals in front of you, front and center, will help you stay intentional and brave, and courage is important, about where you need to invest your effort. And when you deliberately stretch in those areas, those growth zones, you are not just learning, you are transforming. The next important step as you get ready for your MBA program is to clean up your digital and professional presence. Once you've identified your key growth areas, there is one more critical step before your MBA begins: getting intentional about how you present yourself to the outside world. Because the moment you join your MBA program, you will be meeting hundreds of new people, your classmates, professors, alumni, guest speakers. Like it or not, they will Google you. Your digital footprint is now part of your professional brand. So make sure it reflects who you are and who you're becoming. Start with LinkedIn. Make sure it's up to date, clear, and well aligned with your ambitions. Write a strong headline, add a professional high-quality photo. It is worth the investment. Look at your summary and work experience. Do they tell the story of where you've been and where you're going? And then go wider. Clean up your public social media content that no longer serves you. You don't need to delete your personality, of course not, but make sure it's the version of you that reflects your goals, your values. Think of this as laying the foundation for the next chapter in your career. The MBA will shape your work skills, but your online presence is already sending signals. Make sure those signals are the ones that are aligned with the leader you are becoming. And now a bonus tip that I always give my students before they start. Connect with your future classmates. Now, reach out. Start building relationships before the program begins. By now, you probably know who else has been accepted. Maybe you've seen the names on LinkedIn, or maybe you met in one of the online webinars organized by the MBA team. Start a conversation. Ask where the people are coming from, what they're most excited or nervous about. It doesn't have to be too deep. Just make a connection. Even meeting a few people before the first day can make a huge difference. When you walk into that classroom and already see familiar faces, you will feel more grounded, more confident, and more ready to engage. And here's the real bonus. Introduce the people you meet to each other. Be the connector. Bring others in. That simple act shows leadership, empathy, and initiative. It says, I'm not just here for myself, I'm here to help others succeed too. And in a business school, that's the kind of person people remember. As you get ready to start your MBA, follow these tips, give this video a like, and please subscribe to the channel and share it with someone else who is about to begin their MBA journey. Here on Business School Insider, I share tips on how to succeed in the business school, how to ace your MBA, and how to turn them into real career success. See you in the next video.